We have some more breaking news from Old Trafford. Straight to our city editor, Mark Kleinman, who's outside the club. Well, it all seems to be happening there tonight. Mark, what have you got?
That's right, Dermot. A day of big news confirmed a couple of hours ago. What I can reveal tonight is that an even more significant development is on the horizon, and that is that the Glazer family, which has owned Manchester United for the last 17 years, is finally preparing to sell up. Now, as I understand it, the club will announce within the next couple of days, possibly as soon as tonight, that it is looking at alternative financing options to fund the future development of Manchester United. Now, that could include the sale of a minority stake in the club. It could involve a partnership with third-party investors. But it also is going to involve exploring whether to conduct an outright sale of Manchester United, arguably the world's most famous football club. Now, of course, Dermot, the Glazers have owned Manchester United.
Big ownership talks at Manchester United today. These are brand new pictures of the Qatari delegation arriving at Carrington.
First, though, let's start with the breaking news coming out of Manchester United about the potential sale of the club. Our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, right across this, of course. Now, Kaveh, I know that as the chief, you've got links and contacts all over the place. So this is important. What are you hearing coming out of what's happened at Manchester United today?
Look, we're expecting the Qataris to make a second bid for Manchester United within 10 days. Sheikh Jassim's bid have already made one offer for United before the soft deadline, which was a month ago. The Glazer family, who own United, liked that bid enough to say to them, OK, you're through to the second stage of the process. And what has happened today is that some of Sheikh Jassim's representatives have been going to Old Trafford and also United's training ground to meet some of the senior executives there to have a look at what they will actually be buying. And what they're going to be told is, OK, once you've had a look at everything, now you've got 10 days to make another bid, a second bid for the club. And I am very confident that they will make that second bid. And a source in the US is telling me this evening there should be no doubt at all that Sheikh Jassim wants to be the owner and custodian of United. In the past few weeks, I've been saying that Sheikh Jassim is not the kind of person who's going to overpay wildly for United. That was what I was told. But today I'm getting the sense that he will do what it takes to become the owner of Manchester United. Again, I'm not saying that he's going to throw money at it, but the sense I'm getting is that he really, really does want United, even though, of course, there are other bidders who want the club as well.
Now, what was it, $4.5 billion that they bid first time around? If he really wants it and he pays more than that, surely the Glazers are going to say, thanks very much, we paid 200 mil, we're off.
Well, look, we don't know for a fact that Sheikh Jassim's bid was £4.5 billion. We know that the Glazers are looking for a figure around £6 billion. I'd be surprised if Sheikh Jassim was willing to go that high. But what was happening today at United was there was a very high-powered delegation representing Sheikh Jassim at the club. They got the train up to Manchester from London this morning. I was told that they got a very warm welcome. The talks were very positive and constructive. And what his team were really focusing on was the infrastructure. Old Trafford, the training ground. Also, they want to have a really good look at the youth development set up there, because that's something they want to invest money in. And also the women's team. That is a key concern for them going forward. Basically, what they were doing today is looking under the bonnet of what they were going to buy. They wanted to get a better understanding before they make this second bid. And look, second bids are not always higher. Sometimes people go and have a look at something and say, you know what, doesn't look as good as I thought it did. My second bid is going to be lower. But I would be surprised if that was the case in this instance.
Now, you said there was a team representing Sheikh Jassim. So if he wants United so much, why wasn't he there?
I thought you might ask me this question. Look, he's been to Manchester United before. The sense I'm getting is that he feels it's too early for him to go there now. He doesn't want to go there just for a photo opportunities. I think he will be there if his bid is selected as the preferred bidder. But as it is, he sent a top team of experts in finance, banking, property, law. For instance, he set up this foundation, the 9-2 Foundation, to buy the club. The president of that foundation, Shahzad Shabazz, was there. Also, one of his most senior advisors, Fadi Bakos, and also 2 managing directors from Bank of America, the bank who are advising him, Sam Powers and Yasir Shah. I think he just felt that now was not the right time. This stage is not the stage for the principals from the bid to get involved. That's his feeling. Of course, tomorrow we're going to see a principal visit Old Trafford. Sir Jim Ratcliffe from Ineos is going to be there, along with Sir Dave Brailsford, who is the Director of Sport at Ineos.
So is the ball in...
Reports suggesting that Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has completed a full takeover of Manchester United have ignited excitement across the football world, with supporters reacting emotionally to what many believe could become one of the most important moments in the club's modern history. Although official confirmation remains closely monitored, and no final announcement has yet been universally confirmed, speculation surrounding the potential ownership change has already created massive waves online. Manchester United fans around the globe have flooded social media with celebrations, hopeful messages, and renewed belief that brighter days could finally be returning to Old Trafford, after years of uncertainty and frustration. For a large section of the fanbase, the possibility of new ownership represents much more than a financial transaction. It symbolizes the chance for a complete reset at one of football's biggest institutions. Over recent years, supporters have repeatedly expressed concerns over inconsistent performances, recruitment struggles, infrastructure issues, and the overall direction of the club. As a result, any suggestion of fresh leadership has naturally generated enormous optimism among fans desperate to see Manchester United competing at the highest level once again. The club's decline from its dominant years under legendary manager Alex Ferguson has been a painful experience for supporters, who became accustomed to winning major trophies regularly. Since Ferguson's retirement, Manchester United have struggled to establish long-term stability despite spending heavily in the transfer market. Frequent managerial changes, inconsistent squad building, and disappointing league campaigns have left many supporters frustrated and longing for a clear football vision. That is why reports linking Sheikh Jassim with a complete takeover have captured so much attention. Many fans believe new ownership could lead to significant investment in both the squad and the club's wider infrastructure. Discussions have already intensified regarding the possibility of world-class signings, improved facilities, modernization of Old Trafford, and a stronger long-term football strategy capable of restoring Manchester United's place among Europe's elite clubs. Social media reactions have highlighted just how emotional the situation has become for supporters. Videos of fans celebrating, reacting live to rumors, and discussing future transfer possibilities have spread rapidly across platforms. Some supporters have even described the reports as the beginning of a new golden era, reflecting the level of hope currently surrounding the club. As the football world waits for further clarity, one thing is certain: hope has returned to Manchester United, and fans are dreaming once again of seeing their club back where they believe it belongs, competing for the biggest trophies in world football.